Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, it's ETTIENE. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is caught. It's Kirk. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. ETTIENE will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. So they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A give to ETTIENE running right. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. March 56. March 56. Watch the run.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
A give running right, ETTIENE. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Another tote for ETTIENE. Evades him at the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, ETTIENE. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead. On third down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for two here. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Interesting call there. They went for two even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
That's you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for two there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Garoppolo on 1st down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with White. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Throw out left, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 23-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. They run straight ahead here with White. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. White running to the left. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Here we go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Devontae Adams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Slant complete to Etienne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
It's a throw again as Lawrence flush to his right, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, and the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage.
nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
McManus now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of his offense ready for their next possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. That's complete into the hands of Myers. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Opting to run again here with White. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrew. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Lawrence on first down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 47 yards. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now here come the Raiders. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And out across midfield down to the 45. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and a couple. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Garoppolo. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Anthony Richardson, a strong performance there over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in that first half, 1 in the air, 2 more on the ground, and he's been electrifying to this point.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
68 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now McManus for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. On the return, Trey Tucker. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Back to Renfro again, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Garoppolo again. The open man, and oh, he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. McManus to tack on the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Garoppolo. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
from the 48-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
White, he'll try the left side, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a give to ETN. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7. ETN on the toss right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Now Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Garoppolo looks to throw. Slant to Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question, he got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time, because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by OLUOKUN. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
McManus now for the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. It gets it right back to Mayer. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go. Under crunch. Single.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Quickly a slant to Renfro. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Mayer there to bring it in. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On second down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETTIENE. Gets around him, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
ETTIENE up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they'll go again with ETTIENE. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And ETTIENE going to have a Jags first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, I think.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
56.
On second down, a run with ETTIENE. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run with ETTIENE. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.